Welcome to Match Fishing Masterclass Questions. I'm here today with the England feeder team manager, Dean Barlow. Absolute superstar. How are you, Dean?
I'm good, thanks, Rick. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Plodding along. What you been up to?
Believe it or not, the same thing every day at the minute, which is a bit of homeschooling with my little girl, a bit of walking, not really doing loads of fishing tackle at the minute because I think I'm going to save that for the weeks to come. So I think we're going to be locked down for a little while yet, mate. So just gradually, sorting my gear out, just spending some quality time with my family. To be fair,
and I think that's important, isn't it? Because we don't get to spend as much time with our families as we'd all like. So let's get that in first, and then there's plenty of time to tie hooks and stuff, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a site manager, so I spend quite a lot of time from home anyway. Oh. And here's my daughter there, she is. Hello. So I spend quite a bit of time away from home anyway, so there she is. So it's nice to actually get home, spend some quality time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Brilliant. Nice
it is what it is. We haven't got any choice, so we just get on with it and make the most of it, because when it is all over, I think it's going to be a mad rush to try and do everything, work, fishing, everything.
Okay, so I'm not taking time away from your family, Dean. I'll try and be as quick as I can. I've just got one question for you, and it's regarding feeder links. The reason I asked, the reason I'm coming to you with this question is, as far as I'm in my head, you invented these. You're the first man I saw using them. So fire away with a question if that's all right with you.
Yeah, no worries, mate. What happened is when we first started fishing the World Championships in 2011, there was so many rules regarding rigs and everything like that. And the first year it was a bit of we didn't really know what was the best rig to use. And then the second year, the World Championships, 2012 in Belgium, we'd found out that people like Des Ship and Will Raisin have been using like a glass bead with a looper line and a swivel to make a sliding Paternoster, because all fixed rigs in SIPS rules are banned. All fixed rigs, you know what I mean? So we wanted something that did both kind of thing. And so for that year, we used just a loop of line with a glass bead in it and a snap swivel on the bottom. And after we came back from Belgium, and at that time I was doing a lot of sea fishing with Mike Dagnall, and he showed me how to make like snood rigs with crimps and bits and bobs and everything like that. Bits and bobs to stand off. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, well, maybe I can incorporate this into making a running Paternoster. And I just sat in my garden and just crimped a few bits of line together with a glass bead, and I came up with it. Showed all the guys, and they liked the idea. Then all the guys started making their own and everything like that. So that's where it starts from. So it all started really. The original idea was probably from Des Ship, because he was like, say, fishing like Gold Valley in places like that in the winter, trying to catch bream. Fixed rigs, obviously, on commercials aren't allowed, and he overcome that. And hello, Bobby. Just hold on 6 feet off. And so it just come from that, to be fair.
Brilliant. Brilliant. So the question itself is, I want to start using feeder links. I've seen many feeder anglers using them, but I'm not sure on the benefits it will have. That's the question.
Well, the thing is with a feeder, and I get asked this all the time, as you can imagine. The thing is with a feeder link, whichever brand you buy, most of them have got some kind of glass bead or something that is fixed at the top.
Yeah.
It's fixed with a crimp, like I'll show you, like that.
Okay.
That's fixed.
Yeah.
With an eye, it's fixed like that. The glass bead is fixed, so that slides up and down your line. Because it's not on a swivel, it always rights itself.
Yeah.
If you just had a swivel, some people say, I'll just use a swivel down to my feeder. It can still tangle up, because that is set at a right angle.
Yeah.
It's at the right angle, and because the top don't move, it will always right itself to slide up and down the line. The line will always go through in one way. The bead will always sit the right way.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between having a swivel or a fixed bead.
So it's tangle free.
That's what makes it tangle free.
Yeah.
Because the line can't wrap around it, where the swivel can keep going round and round and round and round and round. But because that's a fixed eye as such, it can't.
Yeah. So the reason that you use them is just for anti-tangle reasons.
Anti-tangle rigs, and you get the benefit of having the performance of a Paternoster and the sliding rig. It's like a hybrid rig.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like a hybrid rig, and so you get a bit of benefit. And don't forget, it wasn't really made for the kind of fishing that we do all the time. It was made for fishing in international rules and that. And then, because obviously back then I was fishing for England, I wanted to understand how the rig worked. So I started using it all the time, and it's the only rig I use now. No, in Ireland I'll use really bad conditions. I'll use a helicopter rig, you know what I mean? But most of the time I'll use a feeder link, because I've been using it for like 7 years now, and I know exactly what I can get from it and how the how the bites are performing on the tip and everything, you know.
Lovely, thanks for that, Dean. Just a quick one. What is the benefits of a Paternoster? Then I heard you say just that you get all the benefits of a Paternoster. What's the benefit?
Well, the original Paternoster, where you had your main line, and then your line split into two, and your hook length. What happened was if you had a longer Paternoster, you could pull the hook, and the feeder wouldn't move. The line would go like that, and you wouldn't feel it on the feeder. Okay. So your hook bait would be going straight to your quiver tip.
Yeah.
Now, the shorter the Paternoster, the more of a bolt rig effect it has, because it's got less to waft around between the Paternoster and the feeder.
Yeah.
So the longer the link, or the longer the Paternoster, the more sensitive the rig is. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
And the thing is as well now, Ricky, which is most of the commercial fishers, we do a lot of silverfish fishing on commercial fishing, like Barston and Larford and that, which are all free running feeder rigs and that. So it's felt quite nice, you know.
Yeah, perfect. So you've talked about the original feeder links that you was using. Have you got them? Have you with you?
But that is the original kind of rig that was like what Des and that were using, was just a loop of line with a bead in it. That's how simple it was, and we used that many years ago in Belgium, and then it's sort of like I come up with this. This is the actual original one that I made in my garden when I lived up north. Brilliant. And you can see it's all sea fishing tackle. That's 18 pound red ice and some snood crimps, and then they come to what we've got now, which is this little fella here. They've got a bigger snap swivel on the end, just like changing really easy, so it's not fiddly, everything like that. And like I say, the most important part of it is the fixed glass bead, because you think if your line's going through that, there's only one way that will only right itself.
Yeah.
It can't go on its side that way or anything. It always rights itself. Yeah. And that, with your twizzle boom, that's what stops you getting tangles.
Oh, brilliant. Right. Do you own it? That looked about 3 inch, Dean, is that right?
That's a 3 inch one, yeah. I mean, it's really funny, depending what part of the country you live. Northern anglers like a longer Paternoster. I think that's just tradition. Yeah. And myself, I use either just more or less a 2 inch feeder link everywhere I go.
Okay. Do you make them to sell? Do you, Dean?
Yeah. I've been selling them since 2015.
Okay. And where could I get?
I've got a Feeder Links Facebook page, mate. Just on there.
Brilliant. Feeder Links. Is that all it's called? Feeder Links.
Just put Feeder Links in there, and you'll come up with it. You know what I mean? So plenty of other people are making them, and it doesn't really bother me, Rick. It's not my number one business. But it's nice. I take it as a compliment when people take what you've took many years to come up with and feel the need that they have to try and do it themselves. So fair play to them, you know.
I have tried feeder links before, not your ones, but I've tried some. But I kept getting tangled, Dean, because just above the crimp there was a little bit like a tag, and my line kept getting caught on that tag. I think my hook length, if I remember rightly, and it kept like damaging my hook length.
No,
so
it won't do on these,
them.
mate. The thing is, I make every one of these by hand. Make them in my kitchen or wherever I'm working, in a hotel if I'm stopping away. So I make every one, and I wouldn't sell something if I wasn't going to use it myself. You know.
Yeah, and to be fair, I know how particular you are with your kit, so I'll be having a look at them myself.
No worries, buddy.
Yeah. Apart from that, I'm being asked loads of feeder fishing questions, Dean. So if you don't mind, I'll try and tap you up to get you back on.
No worries, mate. Anytime. It's not going anywhere, am I?
Brilliant. Okay, thanks very much, Dean. And I'll speak to you later, mate. All right. Take care.
Cheers, Ricky. Stay safe, everybody. Ta-da.
See you later.